Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Please excuse my plant. She really wants to be the main character in this story, but it's fine. So it's officially the day of departure for me. I'm going on my big trip. I feel like I've been teasing it in my other videos, but it's officially the big day. So if I haven't shared it before, I'm sharing it now. I am going to Lisbon, Portugal, and it is my first ever solo trip. And in my adult life, this is, I think, my second time going abroad internationally, and I'm like really nervous and excited. It's this like mixture of all of these feelings. I have no idea how this is all gonna go down, but you know what? I'm really hopeful. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to how long the flights are. I don't do well with long journeys. I get very impatient. I'm so excited. I'm actually running really late. The past few weeks have been really chaotic, so I've had like no real time to prepare for this trip. So you should see me. I've been running around like a chicken without a head today. It's been ridiculous, but I'm all packed. I'm ready to go. My apartment is clean. Everything is set. I'm like, wow, I'm really about to head off into the wilderness. Well, not the wilderness, but I'm about to head out. I'm going to this airport. I'm flying out of Dulles in DC, and I'm very nervous. Yeah, all around, it's a lot of firsts, and I'm just like, whew, I got this though, I got this. Okay, so I really have to go now. I need to book my Uber, and then I need to head out because it's a long journey to the airport, so I'll catch you guys later. Bom dia, everyone. I am officially in Lisbon. I still can't believe it, but there's nothing like taking your first solo trip to make you realize I need to get out the house more. But I made it yesterday, and when I tell you, I have never felt such a combination of feelings. There was joy, there was fear, there was stress. Managing the airport was quite easy. It was leaving the airport that presented a problem for me. My first Uber, I put the wrong pickup location, so they canceled on me. And then my second Uber, I figured it out by then, so he got me here, and it was peak traffic, so I was waiting for forever to get to my hotel. But it was also kind of nice because I got to just see the scenery, and can I just say, I find Lisbon, from what I've seen so far, is quite beautiful. It really truly is. Also, sorry if my voice sounds wonky. I woke up an hour ago. It still doesn't sound fully regular to me yet. But here we are. So yeah, no, I think Lisbon is really beautiful from what I've seen so far. I'm excited to get out today and really get going. On the agenda this morning, I just need to go to the market, grab some water, maybe some other little essentials, definitely breakfast. The hotel I'm staying at does offer breakfast, but I kind of just want to look around and see if I can find something. And if I can't, then I'll just eat the breakfast here if they're still serving it. But yeah, going to the market this morning. I don't know, I feel like I had other things on my agenda for this morning, but because I'm trying really hard to not overwhelm myself, I'm taking it one step at a time. And then this afternoon, I have a 4-hour walking tour. So yeah, definitely gonna need to eat before then. So also, I think my energy is a little off because once again, I'm still adjusting. I feel like, if I'm being honest, I'm like genuinely in shock that I'm here right now. And I'm still navigating that, but let me show you the hotel room. Okay, so this is the top of the hotel room. Obviously, we have the door. I have my little doorstop alarm because safety first. And let me tell you something about this little card right here. So this is my first time staying in Europe. I've only ever had layovers in Europe, and I've never had to experience putting in a little card to get the electricity on. So when I came in, I was here flipping every single switch, and I'm like, the lights aren't coming on, what the heck? So I went down to the front desk to ask for help, and the guy was super helpful, and he was very patient. I was like, oh, I hope he's not laughing at me. but this little box here is where I put my card, and it powers the entire room. So once I flip the switches, it finally cuts on, so that's helpful. But yes, then we have our nice full-length body mirror. And then straight ahead is the bathroom. Honestly, y'all, this shower saved me yesterday. When I got in the shower, I started to feel like myself again. I was like, oh, I just needed to be cooked in some hot water, and I'm alive. Let me bring you in. But it's a nice shower. It has the 2 heads. I'll be honest, I don't know how to turn that one on just yet. I think it's honestly I think it's the switch here, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, this one worked wonders for me. But this is the nice little shower setup. Boom. Don't mind my net. And then obviously I'm using the bar and stuff to lay out my toiletries for use, because once again, this is home for a good while. But yeah, it's a nice, good, spacious sink. I'm using like a good portion of the towels. The shower does leak because I think there's just a gap on the bottom from the floor here. So it does leak a little bit. So I had to put down another towel. And then obviously this towel was always gonna be here. But yeah, then they have this nice little mirror set up for when you're getting ready and stuff. And let me tell you, I have not used it yet, but it's gonna be very helpful as I start to get ready for my night outs. But yeah, obviously it's just the toilet, regular things. Oh, let me turn off the light. There we go. I have my 2 little travel perfumes there. Ooh, my scents for this trip. So originally I was just gonna have a core scent for this trip, and that was this one. This is just a travel size container that I bought to put it in. But this is Exalté by Fury Monet, and this was gonna be my core travel fragrance. But then I got this package, whoopsie. But then I got this package in the mail from Scentbird, and this has the Appear Hermetica in it, and that I really wanted a pear fragrance for the summer. So I was like, oh, I have to try it out. And literally it was right before I was leaving, so I was like, let me just pop it in the bag and I'll try it here. It's actually my scent for today, and I think I might like it. It is lovely. It is delicious. Anyways, back to the room tour. Here is the mini fridge. Definition of mini fridge. They give you free water. So I had one yesterday. This is the first bedside table, which you can see I have cluttered with my snacks. This actually has my daily vitamins in it, so that I don't like crash and burn. And there's my deodorant, but yeah. It also has this nice bench just for sitting. Right now it's where my my travel sweatshirt is living, so yeah. Then there's obviously a desk, which this is where I'm gonna put like my electronic things. I'm trying to divide and conquer the room so I don't feel kind of cluttered in here, you know? It's obviously, I live in a studio apartment back home, so I'm used to smaller spaces, but I don't know, it's not home, so I'm like trying to get there. They do have this like really large television. Hold on, can you see it? Yeah, they do have this really large television, and I tried watching it yesterday and quickly realized, oh wait, I'm tired, so I went to bed. But then here's the bed setup. It's 2 twin beds put next to each other, which I was a little surprised by. I thought it was gonna be just like one big bed. So you can tell which bed I slept in versus which bed I did not sleep in because of how the beds are made. And then in this corner here, it has this couch scenario with this nice artwork of Lisbon. And then there's that little table setup where it has like tea and coffee, and that's complimentary as well, so that's perfect. Then this is the first window. I am on the first floor. I was nervous to ask to move rooms because I just didn't want to seem like I was asking for too much, so I went, but I got over it and I went to the front desk and asked them if it was possible for me to move up a floor or just a couple floors, and they said it's currently booked, but since I'm here for a while, they'll put in a note, and in the next 2 days, if there's an opening, they'll move me up. So fingers crossed that I'll get moved up. But that's the first window. And then there's this one, which you can see what I look out to. I'm like in a pretty good location where I'm literally in the city, so I don't know. Oh, you're looking at the tree. But yeah, there's one of the many restaurants around. This one is the closest one, actually second closest one. There's one literally right next door. But I actually went there last night for dinner and it was good. But yeah, here's my little view a little bit. You can see a little bit of Lisbon, just my little corner. Okay, I'm starting to see a lot of people out and about, so I should probably get ready to head out for my morning. Alright, so it is the afternoon and I'm on my African Roots walking tour hosted by Naky that I booked through Airbnb Experiences. And our starting point was at Praça do Comercio. Alright, so after we left the square, we went to this church, which was the, I can't remember if it was the first or maybe it was the main church where Africans were able to still practice traditional forms of worship by mixing it with church practices so there would be less scrutiny. This was actually pretty cool to walk through though, since there was some black and brown iconography, which is not something that I'm used to seeing. We walked and saw a lot. Towards the second half of the tour, we went to this rooftop bar where we got some refreshments and had an informal open discussion on what we had learned. Naky provided a space for us to ask questions on things we didn't understand or just for more information. This man could honestly be a professor on this topic. He was such a wealth of knowledge. Here you're actually seeing him teaching us how to walk when a car is coming because we were just all up and in the road. So he was like, please part the seas, push to the side when a car is coming. So now we're at the very end and we went to this West African restaurant on Green Street. It was such a chill vibe and the perfect way to end the tour. And if you're wondering, this is what I ordered. It was just their yassa chicken stew with rice and it reminded me so much of my mom's peanut soup.
The next morning.
Good morning. So it is day 4 of the trip now, and I'm gonna get better at this vlogging business. So on the agenda for today, I am going to the Feira da Ladra market today, which is like an open air market. And then in the area is the National Pantheon, so I'm gonna try to go to that. I'm not certain if they're gonna tell me I'm naked, so we'll need a top to enter. But I'm bringing a top just in case, like a cover-up. So that should keep me covered. And then I don't know, I kind of really want pizza for lunch, so we'll see if that happens. And then this evening I have a tile painting workshop. So that should be fun and exciting. I am not gonna lie, I'm still battling this like jet lag business. I wish I had adjusted and adapted already, but even last night, I didn't fall asleep until like 4 a.m. this time. And that really bothered me. Because I was lying in bed for hours. I refused to get on my phone. I was like, I'm not gonna do anything that could keep me up even longer. But no. So if you guys have any tips on how to battle jet lag, put them in the comments below, please and thank you, because this is not fun. I'm dressed. I just need to put my shoes on, get outside, and start adventuring for day 4 in Lisbon. Okay, let's go. So to get to the market, I chose to take the metro. It was a journey trying to figure out how to get the little metro card because everything was in Portuguese, but I figured it out and I got it. So now it was just a matter of figuring out the train system. So we finally made it to Alfama, and let me tell you, this is where I really started experiencing the 7 hills of Lisbon. This was a hike getting up to the market, and I was so thankful I had brought my little handkerchief, because when I tell you I was sweating walking up these hills, yeah, but it was definitely worth it because when I got to the market, there were all these goodies, all these beautiful stalls. It's definitely like flea market vibes, but there were so many goodies and it was definitely worth the hike. So right behind the market is actually the National Pantheon. So I just walked down the hill and decided to visit the Pantheon since it was right there. And let me tell you, this is how you know I'm a beginner, because the way I was struggling to figure out how to record this building so you could see it, but here you see. I made it in, and it's actually a domed church containing tombs of several Portuguese presidents and other famous Portuguese icons. After looking around, I wanted to get up to the top to see the views from up there, and just look at how many steps it takes to get to the terrace. So I started climbing and it was fine, but then I started getting tired and I kept looking around every corner to be like, am I almost there? No, I had a long way to go. After climbing all those steps, I finally made it to the top, and let me tell you, that view was spectacular. I was actually so deeply in love with the view that I tripped and I saw my life flash before my eyes, but we got over it and returned to looking at the beauty of the view. I'm actually trying to zoom in on the sanctuary of Christ the King. He is actually over in Almada, which you can just take the ferry to get over there and look at him up close in person. I went back in to look at the view from the top down, and it's also really spectacular. I went to get lunch, did not end up getting pizza, but I went to this place and it definitely was like a tourist trap because I've paid the most I have paid for a meal yet. This meal was $35, 35 euros, and every other meal I've had has not been more than like 23 euros. So that was, and it was lunch. So I'm like, peculiar. Definitely a tourist trap. But it's okay. I came back because I wanted to rest before my, what's it called? I have a tile painting workshop class tonight, and I have a couple hours, and I'm tired. After this morning, I am tired. I didn't share this, but my legs were quaking walking down the hill. Walking up was painful, but walking down was when I really felt the impact. But anyways, they're doing, what is it called? Housekeeping for my hotel room. So I don't know if I'm supposed to be, if I can be there, but I just came up to the hotel lounge, and let me show you. I'm outside on the terrace area, and I did not realize I had this kind of view. Let me show you. This is my view. I can see so much of Lisbon from here. It's crazy. And there's the, if you can see it, let me see if I can zoom in. But that's the St. George Castle. And that obviously is the river. Hopefully I'll be able to be on the water soon, but I feel like I keep seeing it from afar, but I have not gotten up close and personal to it yet. So looking forward to that. But let me show you this hotel lounge.
Just outside, not too much inside. Okay. After you have to turn the papers and use these to fold all the lines. I show you. Give you questions. Here, look. I have coffee at all. not too much inside. Okay. I turn, I go, and I put on top. And I use graphite. It's like a pencil of bar. And I made it in gold. The guidelines depend. But when I cook, and I cook 8 hours, 1020 degrees, and another 8 hours, west cold, graphite is a key. And you see all the colors. Here, you have most popular colors of water, cobalt blue and dark yellow, but I have many, okay?
Y'all, would you believe it? I was too busy trying to be Picasso or something, and I dashed all of my paint over my tile, so our host had to come by and give me a new tile because my original one was ruined.
A stencil. It's possible to make a lot of tiles.
Oh yeah, I see the purpose in it now.
Yes.
Can y'all see me okay? I hope so. So, it's a new day. If I'm remembering correctly, I think I left off with you all at my tile making workshop. Oh, that was such a nice time. So there was a whole evening had last night. Let's get into it. So I met some people during my walking tour, whatever that day was, and they invited me out for dinner last night with some of their other friends that they had met and made while in Lisbon. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'm down, trying to push myself to be more out there, open, social. And first of all, getting to the place was a little bit confusing, but it was actually it's in the Belem area near the Time Out Market, so really it's like a very well populated area. It was just the drive there was like, woo. I will say I have never experienced motion sickness before, but with the way these Lisbon streets are set up, oh my days, I've come close a couple of times. But yeah, so made it to the restaurant. It was called La Futiva Taco Bar. It was so good. I had the chicken tinga tacos and they were so scrumptedly umptious. If you're coming to Lisbon and you're interested in finding some like good tacos or something, strongly recommend that place. It was delicious. Everything was top tier. So me, the crew, were eating dinner, chatting, getting to know each other because I don't know any of them, and some of them also had just met for the first time that night. It was just mutuals connecting everyone. So we were having a good time at the restaurant, and then we were like, okay, let's go to the next stop. So we went to Mapongo's The Legacy, and it's actually not too far from me, so it's good to know. But it's a club lounge setup. But yeah, we went. There was live music. Oh, there was a live DJ. There was a live DJ. We got there very early. So we got there at 10. We did not know what time anything opened or started, but we got there at 10.
And we were the first ones there, which was kind of fine because, you know, we got to feel the vibe, got to chill, got our things early. And slowly but surely, more people started to come in. And oh my gosh, I wish I could tell you. Well, I probably could. I'm just not gonna embarrass myself. Like, so more people started to come in. And, you know, we're dancing, we're having a good time. But I'm like, I feel like there's classes of dancers, and I am a sit-down dancer. Like, I feel like I thrive the most when I'm sitting down. You know, I feel like that's like oddly deceptive though, because when I'm sitting down and I'm grooving, I look like I could bust a move. But then I stand up and I get to the dance floor and it just doesn't compute. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, we had a blast there last night. Was dancing, and you know what was crazy? The other day, my mom and my sister were asking me, so what are the men in Portugal like? And I was like, real life, I don't think I've seen men, or maybe I'm just not looking. I don't know. But last night, I saw the men, and I was like, it's given, I guess. But it was a good night last night. Definitely would go again. It's a new day, and here I am, trying to figure out, okay, am I gonna stick to the plans that I set for myself today, or am I just gonna like stay in bed and have like a very lazy day? But like, my problem is when I'm on vacation or when I'm just anywhere outside of my home, I really just want to be outside every day. I want to get dressed and I want to go outside. I want to adventure. I just want to see what's happening. That's my toxic trait. But so I have no idea, because it's 11. I woke up not too long ago. Sorry, the voice is like cool, scratchy. And I want to go, like my whole original plan for today was really to just go to Ponto Final in Almada. If I'm doing it, I have to get up in the next few minutes, and I don't know if I like the sound of that. Stay tuned. Either next time you see me, I will be on the ferry showing you scenes of the River Tagus, and then subsequently my lunch at Porto Final. Or, I don't know what the or would be, but let's stay tuned to find out. So, change of plans. I decided not to go to Ponto Final because I was just not getting out of bed. So now I am starting to feel queasy. So I feel like I can cross, but I'm too nervous to cross. Sorry, I'm at a crosswalk that's not changing, and I've been here for like a good few minutes. And I'm nervous to jaywalk because I'm just nervous. But yeah, I'm hungry, so I think I'm gonna go to this restaurant right here. It's Italian food, not something I want, but it'll get the job done. So I think I'm just gonna get that right now and call it a day because, oh, so instead of going to Ponto Final, I actually decided to do something else this evening. So stay tuned. I'll show all of that because I'm actually quite excited. I'm a little nervous, but I'm quite excited. But okay, I'm gonna jaywalk, so I'm gonna pay attention to what I'm doing. So I ended up at a sushi restaurant, and let me just show you what I got. It's a whole tentacle, y'all. I am very excited. I actually love octopus and squid, so this is gonna be very delicious. Okay, time to eat. Bye. And I'm back after my lunch at the restaurant. So y'all saw what I ate. I took my first bite and I immediately was like, no, this ain't it for me. I'm so sorry, but this is not it for me. I deceived myself because I like calamari. So I was like, oh, you know what? Calamari is fried squid, right? So I was like, oh, you know what? Let me try octopus. I think I'll love it because I love calamari. Nah, honey. This grilled octopus, it was tasty, but I'm a texture girl, and something about the texture was off-putting to me. I was like, oh no. But I finished it. But I feel hungry still and I'm nervous because tonight I'm going on a boat ride. I'm just nervous of getting motion sickness or something. But I wonder if they will give us cheese and crackers, because I've heard on some other boat trips they had like wine and cheese and crackers and like a whole charcuterie board, sorry. I don't know when you'll see me again. Either you'll see me on the boat or you'll see me figuring out how to get to the boat. Somewhere between then and now, you'll see me again. Or now and then, you'll see me again. So, I made it to my boat tour. It hasn't started yet. I found the dock where I'm gonna meet everyone at, but I'm early, just a couple minutes. So, I did get a pastéis de nata. I ate it in peace, and it was quite nice. I see the hype, but I would not be eating one every day. But it is quite delicious. I'm like really in awe right now at this beauty. At home, I just see the Potomac. Here, this is like very different. Let me show you. This is my view, like right now. I don't even know if the camera is picking up on everything, but it's quite nice. That is their Christ the Redeemer statue, but he's not called Christ the Redeemer here. He's called something else. I need to figure, I know what it is, I just always forget. And then over there is their monument of discoveries. I think I said that incorrectly, but basically it's a monument for the discoverers. Yeah. And I will be getting closer to everything soon, so I'm a little nervous because it's 2 hours and this sun is sunning today, okay? Oh, you're not looking at me. But yeah, the sun is sunny today, so I am definitely gonna get a good little color to me, which is good because I feel like I've been surprisingly pale this winter, so looking forward to getting a nice little tan on.
Hey everyone, it's Future Maxine interrupting for a bit. So this is actually going to end up being a two-parter. I just have too much content to sift through and I did not want to leave you all hanging. So I hope you're enjoying part 1 and stay tuned for part 2, which will drop next week, and that is the rest of my time in Portugal, and it was still a time and a half. Okay, but thank you all for watching and stay tuned for next week's video. Bye.